welcome to Qigong with me, Claudia from Vitality Qigong. Good to have you along this morning. So if you haven't done any Qigong before, basically this is going to be a session which combines mindfulness, a bit of meditation and some really simple, gentle strengthening exercises. And it's just to kind of put you in a calm place, but also to boost the body, boost your vitality, help kind of get you going for the day. Alright, so we've got 45 minutes or so this morning. So if any exercises don't feel good to you, or you want to sit out for any of it or sit down for some of the meditations, that's absolutely fine. So just join in with what you can. Alright, so going to start by finding a space where you have enough room around you to do this. You have some water to hand. Alright, so just standing with your feet shoulders width apart. Going to just gently soften the knees, unlock your knees and feel the weight in your heels. Feel your heels touching the ground. So maybe you can imagine us all standing somewhere beautiful in a park today or in a forest. It's a lovely day outside. Just listening to the sounds of the birds, the trees. And just notice your breathing for a moment. Noticing your chest rise and fall. Okay, and we're going to move into the Wu Qi stance, which is the position we come back to in Qigong most regularly, our relaxing position. So that's just unlock your knees, sink into your heels. And then standing tall. Imagine that the crown of your head is growing upwards to meet the sun. Imagine yourself maybe as a sunflower. And just check in where in the body you might be holding any tension today. So noticing if you're maybe hunching your shoulders, maybe you can just let them drop a little bit. Maybe you're clenching your jaw without realising, or scrunching your eyebrows. Just let them relax. How about your stomach, your belly? Do you feel that you're tightening or holding your stomach in? Just try to let that go now. And maybe your legs, if you're tightening your legs, or your feet, or scrunching your toes, just let them go. And then we're going to go really tight, so clench your fists, curl your toes, hunch your shoulders, scrunch up your face, and then let it go, relax. Maybe a sigh. So I definitely encourage you today to do as much sighing as you like. It's a really good way of dispelling tension from the body. And we are holding tension in often all day, every day, without realising. So Qigong is a really good way to shake off some of that tension. So we do some shaking practice as well, and to loosen off the joints and to just kind of let go of our stress. So really pleased to be taking over the account today for Fit&Well. Thank you for having me. And the video will be uploaded to the TV channel, the IGTV for Fit&Well, and also the YouTube channel later on, so you can do the practice again if you'd like. Alright, so I'm afraid I don't think I know how to turn off the comments. I don't know if Maddie can help me on that. Let's just have a quick look. Yes, I'm going to just turn off comments so you can properly see the screen. But if you have got any comments or questions, feel free to ask me later, no problem. Alright, so just standing with our feet hip width apart, so your feet are parallel to each other if you can, facing forwards, knees unlocked. And we're going to do our first exercise today, okay? This is called lifting the sky. So really good for opening the stomach muscles and strengthening our arms. Alright, so we're going to start loose knees with your hands as if you're about to gather something from the ground. So hands, fingers pointing towards each other. Alright, you can watch me for the first one if you like, really simple. All we're doing is gathering, bringing your hands up, keep the shoulders low, and as you come to your face, you're going to turn your hands around and you're lifting the sky, so standing tall. So just going to stay here for a moment and see if you can tune into that feeling of just holding the sky, using your inner strength. Visualise yourself maybe like a superhero, but effortlessly holding the sky up. Brilliant. And then really slowly, we're going to bring our arms down. And the key to this is really doing it slowly, so we're building up our arm strength, but also being really mindful with our movement. Do that 6 times, okay? So you can do that with me, or if you want to close your eyes and just do the movement on your own, that's absolutely fine. And if you want to time your breathing, you can breathe in as you come up and out as you come down. But just being mindful not to force the breath or hold the breath. If you feel like you're doing that, just go back to focusing on the movement and forget about the breath, okay? Alright, so those of you who feel a bit stronger today, I'm going to give you a slight adjustment. So as you come down, going to sink into the heels more, as if you were going to sort of squat a little bit or sit down. So lower yourself down as much as you feel comfortable with. Don't hurt the knees, don't do it so it feels like a strain. And then as you come up, you grow taller slowly. So that's only if you feel really strong in your legs, okay? That's great, let's do that one more time. This time imagine you're pulling up light from the earth. Pulling up the earth's energy, bringing that up through the body, through your mind, beautiful white light. Lift the sky, and then take some of the energy of the sky, the sunlight, the light of the stars, and bring those down around you. Finish off the movement, whichever one you're on, and then we're just going to do a few more warm-ups for the body, a bit of shaking. Alright, so have some water if you need to. Qigong can be quite detoxing, so it's good to regularly drink water in the class and afterwards. Alright, so bring the feet a bit nearer. Really simply, find your feet, feel your feet on the earth. And then just throw your arms around your waist, connecting with the body, tapping the body. This is helpful for stimulating the stomach chi and the kidney chi on the back. Alright, so really just try to let yourself fully relax here. Imagine you've got little weights on the end of your fingers, so your arms are hanging a bit heavier. And you're almost putting in minimal effort and just a sense of just really letting it all go. You know how you see little ones sometimes, little kids just doing this without thinking, just completely present. Separate the feet, and if you feel like you want to get a bit more of a opening for the spine, you're going to like look around and throw your arms around, maybe coming up onto your alternate toe as you spin. Any dizziness, just come back to looking forwards. Brilliant. And then we're going to do the same, but spinning around the chest, around the shoulders. So just starting to open up and release the middle back a bit more, helping to work the spine, keep the spine healthy. Come back to the waist. And just really relax. Just using this space this morning to clear your mind, just be present with us, doing the video together, just taking this time for your well-being, important time. Alright, starting to slow down. Just to help you relax a bit more, I'm going to do a little bit more sighing. I'm going to encourage you to join me with an exercise where when we breathe out we do a ha sound, but it's like a relaxation sound, so like a decompression, alright? So just let it all go. If you've had a busy week, we're just going to release some of that tension, alright? So again, hips width apart with the feet, sink into your heels, and hands start just in front of the body, like this. Alright, watch me for the first one if you like. Just going to gently swing the arms up to the shoulders. And then we're going to fold them over, and this is where we breathe out and do our ha sound. So hands are just in front of the face, just the middle part of the face. So it's a Okay, long exhale. Going to do that another 5 times, alright? So with me or at your own pace, with your eyes closed or open. See if you can really tune into that sense of just letting go. Nothing to worry about, just for the next half hour or so. Do that twice more. So last one, really big breath in for this one. Long exhale. Imagine pushing your breath deep into the earth. Alright, let that go. Brilliant. Alright, so next Qigong routine we're going to do is called pushing mountains. Again, a really simple one. I'm keeping it simple this morning because maybe lots of you will be new to Qigong, but generally Qigong is really quite simple anyway, but we are strengthening ourselves really without kind of realising sometimes, so that's kind of why I like it. Effortless. Should feel light and effortless. Sometimes when you first start practicing, you're not used to moving your body in this way, you might notice where you're holding tension, might feel a bit uncomfortable, but that really does become easier over time, and it's kind of, then you have a good barometer of where your sore points are, where you hold your tension, and you can start to be more mindful of them. So it's a good practice for checking in with how your body is, how you are. Alright, so pushing mountains. So we can imagine ourselves somewhere really amazing with epic scenery, huge, awesome mountains. But we've got that strength in our belly to move those mountains. Again, tuning into our inner superhero. Alright, so all we're doing is gathering the chi again. Bring your hands up. A little bit of distance between the hands. And then we're turning the hands around. Folded at the elbows and pushing the mountain. Just push out. Lovely, then turn your hands to face the sky. Draw in the energy of the mountain into your belly, into the power point, the lower dantian, where your life force is stored in Chinese medicine. Bring that in and then pushing down. Alright, that's it. So again, gather up, standing tall, again engaging your legs in the way I mentioned before if you like, pushing out. Gathering in the energy of the mountain, draw it in. So as if you're topping up your life force energy in your belly with the power of the mountain. You don't have to imagine that. There's a lot of visualizations in Qigong. If you like to do them, you can. Come up. Breathe out, push out. Breathe in, draw it in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Through the mouth, breathe out. Draw in through the nose. Out. Breathe in. Standing tall. Breathe out, sinking down. Breathe in, standing tall. Breathe out, sinking down. So keep your shoulders low, okay? If you notice you're raising your shoulders, you'll get tired pretty quickly. So try to keep your shoulders low, just raising from the elbows. Breathe in. Again, if you are holding your breath or finding the breathing uncomfortable, just ignore that and just do the movement. So I'm breathing out, sinking down, breathing in, and out. Let's do that 4 more times. In, last time. Okay, just standing tall, standing still for a moment. Just relax. Just imagining the strength of the mountains around you, your inner strength, your inner calmness. Easy breathing. Feeling your feet on the ground, feeling your toes, your heels. And then just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Going to do a few more warm-ups now. Have some water at this point if you like. So just clench your hands gently. We're just going to roll them around, just loosening off the wrists. If you can't quite coordinate this, don't worry, just do something that looks similar and that kind of feels like it's warming up your wrists, that's fine. And then the other way. Oh, excuse me, a bit clicky this morning. So the best times to do Qigong really, once you get into a bit of practice, you can just do 5 minutes a day. 15 is amazing. Is at sunrise or sunset. So it's said to be the most powerful times to do Qigong. It does feel really lovely doing them at the practice at those times. Alright, so have a shake off now. So loosen off the wrists. Hands should look a bit like jelly. If you don't want to do this, it doesn't feel good to you today, that's fine. Some days it feels nice to shake. Other days it doesn't, but we're just releasing any tension from the body. Shaking is really good as well for dispersing anxiety. If anybody has any anxiety issues, you know, and you see dogs just shake spontaneously, maybe when they're a bit stressed. That's kind of maybe what we would do sometimes, but we're used to repressing it in our society. So whenever you can, just take the time to have a good shake. So get everything as loose as you can now. Make some noise. Shake your face, your lips. See how loose you can get everything. The whole body. The waist, do some waist twists. Just getting as loose as we can. And then shake your legs. Hold on to something if you need to for balance. Get the flesh feeling as loose as it possibly can around the bones. Brilliant. Alright, and then just bending the knees and straightening the legs and just kind of shaking off any tension you can. So it looks like this. Really let the jaw go, let the face go. And then moving really quickly as if there was an earthquake under your feet, alright? So see if you can do that. So really quickly. Really quick shakes. And then finally imagine that you have just had a bucket of cold water poured over your head. So remember that challenge? I didn't actually do it, but if you did, try and call back that memory, have a really good shake. So knobbly knees. Brilliant. Well done if you just did that. Great, alright, and then let's circle the hips a few times. So with your legs either straight or bent, whatever feels good to you, or a bit of a mixture of both. Starting with small circles if that feels right for you. We don't want to overstretch anything, it's just a gentle thawing out of the joints. So Qigong isn't like yoga, we're not aiming for stretching. Just keeping your mindful presence in your body and changing direction. few circles for the arms. You can do this really quickly if you want, if you feel that that is nice for your shoulders, or just do it really slowly and mindfully. And changing direction. Great, alright, then swing your shoulders at your sides. So a bit of distance, a bit of a wider distance between the feet. Really sink into the heels, loosen off the legs. Bit more sigh in. So putting in a tiny bit of effort on the backward swing, and then just let your arms fall forward, so make it as minimal on the effort front as you can. And a real sense again of just letting it all go. Nothing to do, just to be here and just do something nice for our body and our mind. Okay, a few more times. And then we're going to swing the arms up to the sides, just tapping the armpit. Remembering to breathe. If you're holding on to your breath, let it go. That's great. Qigong is not meant to be serious or to be endured. It's meant to be enjoyed. Brilliant. And then a really nice arm swing that I like. Stand with one leg in front of the other, a bit more weight in your front leg. And what we're doing is, best way to describe it is kind of tracing an infinity symbol that's on its side with our arms, okay? So slow down, it kind of looks like this. A lot of people struggle with this movement, coordination, so don't worry if you can't do it. But if you can, it does feel really nice, so the fast movement just looks like this. If you can't do it, you can just throw your arms around a bit in whatever way feels nice for your shoulders, but be gentle. Start to slow down. Lovely. Alright, and then let's do the ankles. So just with your toes on the ground, just gentle circles with your ankles. Again, just listen to your body. If you feel you want to go really small, really gently, just do that. If you feel like you have a bit more flexibility and capacity in the ankle, you can do bigger circles, okay? Changing direction. And swapping sides. And changing direction. Brilliant. Okay, just brush down the body. Just calm down the chi after all the shaking and moving. Just a bit of soothing touch, connection with our bodies, which is really good for our mental health and well-being. So maybe send yourself some love, some kindness as you just stroke down your body, as if you were stroking a pet. Just come back into our Wu Chi stance, so feet shoulders width apart. unlock the knees, just settle in, feel your connection with the ground. Imagine the crown of your head touching the sky. Standing tall, feel your spine starting to open and lengthen. Feel the flexibility and space in the spine. Just focusing on your breath for a moment. Just checking that your stomach is fully relaxed, shoulders are dropped, jaw is soft, eyebrows soft, legs relaxed. Just trust your legs to hold you, no need to stiffen them. Okay, we're going to move into our final Qigong exercise today. It's one of my favourites, good for strengthening the legs again and the arms, and it's also good for the lung Qi. If you want to kind of strengthen your lung Qi, there's a good visualisation that goes with this. Alright, so I will demonstrate. Now this one does involve quite a lot of leg strength if you want to do the full movement. If you don't want to use the legs too much, I will demonstrate what you should do first, and then we'll do the more difficult version, alright? So, for those of you not working on the legs today, I'm going to open the arms up into a prayer position above the head, and then just step behind, and then draw in prayer down. And then you bring that down to wherever your hands naturally parked, maybe at the chest or the belly. And you step back in, and you do the same on the other side. Okay, so if you're using the legs a bit more, what we're going to do, be really mindful of the knees on this and adjust your leg position as you need to so you don't hurt the knees, alright? So for those using the legs, it's going to be more like this. Step behind and bow down. Alright, be really mindful of the knees. Okay, the visualisation for this is gathering the light of the stars between your hands, pulling the light of the stars down into the chest, and then you imagine the light of the stars spreading all across the chest, filling your lungs, filling your heart, okay? Alright, let's do that a few times now. So, feeling mindful, feeling present. Have your feet at a comfortable width for you. Alright, breathe in, gather the light of the stars. Reach right up into the stars, collecting all that silver, sparkling light. Step behind, bring the light down through your mind. See it spreading out across the chest and the heart, into your belly and back in. Gather. Really feel that beautiful sparkling light travelling down through the body, filling the lungs, recharging the lung Qi, strengthening our lungs. So seeing your whole body now filled with starlight. Let's do one more time on each side. Really reach up, really gather. Collect all that light between your palms. Pull it all down. Last time, gathering. And back to centre. that can be quite strong on the knees. So give your knees a massage, warm them up a bit. Lift the legs up a few times. And kick back. Trying to touch the bum with your toes. So we're just winding up for today now, just a few minutes left. So I'm going to do the closing sequence for today's Qigong, which involves doing. So that's tapping all over the body, and then we'll just close our Qi in and finish off. Alright, so for the doing, we're tapping the body either with our clenched hands, with our fingertips, or slapping, and any parts of the body that feel sensitive or you don't feel comfortable doing the tapping on that area, that's fine. Otherwise, just follow me. Alright, so we're starting with the face. So just use your fingertips, tap your forehead. So just stimulating the blood flow around the sides, but not on the temples, so just at the sides of the eyes. Give your temples a rub. Give your ears a little massage. And then tap under the eyes. Top of the lip. Jaw. Give the jaw a massage. And shoulders. So either like this or across if that's easier for you to reach. Really have a good go on the shoulders if you can. There's a lot of tension there often. Brilliant. And we're going to do the chest, and if you want to join me, we're going to do an R sound to help clear the chest like you would at the doctor's. So, brilliant. Let's do the belly. Under the arms, down the side of the body, other side, over your shoulder, down the inside of your arm. Be mindful around the wrist. Down the other arm. Okay, we're going to go down the outside of the legs, up the inside, being mindful around the ankles. Let your head fully hang over, don't hold your neck in place, okay? Lovely, lower back. Okay, so there are thousands and thousands more Qigong exercises, which maybe I can share with you in the future. If you'd like to do more Qigong, just let me know, and I can talk to you more about it. Any comments, welcome. So we're just going to close down the session now, alright? So final brush down. And then just open your hands. Imagine that you are collecting all the Qi, all the energy, all the vibrancy of the trees, the plants, the flowers, the earth, the sun, the stars. And imagine you're holding that in your hands now. And then imagine that your cells can absorb all of the positive energy, the light, the life of all the elements. And just see your cells, your organs smiling, being grateful for all this amazing energy. And then gather your hands into your lower belly, pull all that energy in, hold it in, see your body alight, alive, glowing. You can put your left hand on your heart, maybe send out some kindness to all of us practicing today, to each other, and then let your heart relax and receive back in that positive energy. Alright, thank you for joining me. Really enjoyed practicing with you. I hope you have a lovely day, and just remember to drink plenty of water and be kind to yourself. Thank you very much.